Thank you to everyone who tuned in so early. It is early. It's only like 1 p.m. And for a drive-through stream, this is certainly pretty early on. So we're just looking at a little bit of happy hour now. These drivers are getting ready for the final race of the 2018 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series race. It's the Ford EcoBoost 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway and the championship decider. Is my mic muted? Well, it was. It's kind of the point. So, oh, we got a lot of people jumping in here already. Good to see. This is, I mean, like I say in the description, a little bit of a return to roots for DriveThrough. I'm sure many of you were introduced to me through these prediction streams, which was sort of the base for the Sim series and all that, but what's going on with the 97 and the 31? Problems. Happy hour already. Oh, geez. The 72, it's LaJoy, Berryhill, and Newman who go 3 wide. 97 gets into the wall. Gets the back of the 72. This is just a taste of what's to come in the race. Don't worry, we're going to have back markers wrecking and throwing cautions like it's no big deal. Watch out for that 97. Seriously. Oh, dude, it looks so good. Jimmy Johnson's rookie car. Well, not his rookie car, but, you know, his rookie throwback. Gorgeous. Just wish it didn't have that Snapchat logo on the side. Seriously, it just ruins the whole thing. Apart from that, though, it looks really, really good. I'm so glad they actually did that. What other special paints do we got? We got the 78 running their quote-unquote throwback, which just means they didn't put the orange bits on the car. Apart from that, it's pretty much the same, which is kind of sad because I really wish they could just like take the sponsorship off. Obviously that doesn't make sense, but it'll be the last race for Turbo Racing and chance at a championship in the very last race. That's kind of rare, isn't it? What else we got? We already looked at Harvick. Here's Logano. Yeah, it's the same car he's always driven. Nothing special there. And then Kyle Busch, who's getting tires now for some reason. Just running the regular old M&M's car. Anyways. Or else says it'd be awesome if Chibi wins tonight. Funny. So, we're going to jump right into this one. We've got enough people watching, I think. Obviously not on Twitch, but, you know. So I've got ratings for these drivers from the entirety of the 2018 season, except the Championship 4 all have their aggression turned to 100. We're going to be running a 45% length race, which is 121 laps. And I'm going to throw a stage caution at lap 70, just to kind of keep them close together. And then they'll have a little run to the finish. Only one stage break, just because I don't feel like dealing with everything that involves doing more than one. So Hamlin starts on pole, and unfortunately I can't simulate him not taking the first pit box, but, you know, controversial as it is, it's only fair. So Kyle Busch starts second, and then it's Truex, and then Keselowski, Logano, Kurt Busch, Eric Jones, and then Newman, Stenhouse, Almirola, and then Larson, and then Harvick, only 12th. How did that happen? It's kind of disappointing. I like that the tire marks from Happy Hour have stayed on the track. And don't worry about the thank you 88 decal. Yeah, just, you know, didn't have time to remove that. Let's skip on ahead to the most famous words in racing. Do they say in racing or in motorsport? Someone educate me.
For today's command, Bobby Allison. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
Well, they do say in motorsports. Well, there you go. Bobby Allison gave the command today. That's cool. Is it? Are they the most famous words in motorsports, though? In NASCAR, maybe, but not motorsports as a whole. I don't normally watch that part of the race anyways, so. Because they cut out from commercial breaks, and then it's like, hey, start your engine, and then it's like, okay, more commercials. Because that's the American way. I hope you don't mind the screen setup with the ugly blue bar on the bottom. I didn't have a whole lot of time to change it, so it's basically the Sim series, but without the cover-up. They do an IndyCar too. Nah, it's just an American thing. The most famous words in American racing. Anyways, coming around turn 4 now. Lights are out in the Chevy Camaro pace car, which means we're going to get underway very, very shortly. It'll be interesting to see. I think the bottom line might be quicker in some parts, but the top side is definitely quicker through 4. I think we might see some good, like, 2-wide battles where they can stay side by side for at least a lap. I tried to work on the Indy. Green flag flies, and away we go. We're racing for the last time in 2018. Hamlin gets a pretty good start, but Kyle Busch is equaling him on the outside. As they come through 1 and 2, the 78 now beside the 18. Truex really has some hustle in that bottom line. And something's going on with Jimmy in the back. He's slowing down and holding people up. Through 3 and 4 they come, and Logano's going to go 3 wide with the 78 and the 18. And out of turn 4. Oh, Hamlin goes around! And Truex! And caution's out early on. Don't get hit by anyone, please. I think we're okay. Logano, Truex, Hamlin spin on the first lap. And I just hope they don't get run over by anybody else. And then we should be good. Caution early on. Craziness. Hamlin spins out. He meant just to keep going. Everyone else is going to race it back to the caution. Maybe going 3 wide at Homestead wasn't a good idea, Joey. So, trauma early on. Certainly championship implications. I don't think anyone has that much damage, honestly. The 22 scraped up. Truex looks okay. But maybe going 3 wide at Homestead wasn't going to work. And Austin Dillon gets dumped under caution, because why not? He's going to find his spot in line anyways. That doesn't matter. Okay. Alright. Okay. Championship implications early on. Who would have guessed? Let's go back and see exactly what happened. I know the 22 jumped way down at the bottom. On Truex and Hamlin. This is for the lead. And it's coming out of 4. The 78 and the 18 get together. Which turns Hamlin around. Truex gets the wall pretty good, though. And everybody else gets through okay. I don't know why these guys back here were so slow, and why Jimmy's at the back. What's wrong with Jimmy Johnson's car? Are my ratings not correct? He just doesn't go. I might have to check ratings. That's really weird. Hold on, give me a sec. Why is Jimmy Johnson so slow? Because that don't make no sense at all. Let me check. What's going on, Jimmer? Jimmy Johnson. Is it his ratings are bad, or did you just get unlucky? No, his ratings aren't bad. His ratings are totally fine. Why is he so slow? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But whatever. Jimmy's having trouble already, so who knows? Maybe I'll have to pit and fix his engine or whatever. As everyone else will come in, and some of them taking tires. Others not. Just interesting, considering we're only on lap 4. Obviously damage repairs for those that had damage. But it looks like everyone's going to come through okay. As Truex struggles to find his box. If there's anyone I'm concerned about with a whole bunch of damage, it'll be Truex. I mean, Logano got the wall, but Truex was like squeezed into it. Anyways, these guys will be at the back now, and I'm sure they'll still be faster than like the 23 and the 51 in these boys. So definitely some problems for Jimmy Johnson. He's stuck in the pits. They're doing some repairs there. So not the way he wanted his last race with lows to start, that's for sure. Which means we're now under caution early on. Let's see if we can skip ahead a little bit, because we spent a lot of time messing around with ratings and trying to figure out why Jimmy was so slow. Did I see the horrific F3 crash? Oh yeah, that was scary. Like, definitely one of the scariest things we've seen this year. Like, it's up there with the Wiggins crash. Next it says I forgot a car. Yeah, I know, there's no 99. I literally can't do it because this track only has 40 pit boxes, because apparently people are skimping out on making tracks with enough boxes to simulate races. So yeah, let's just say the 99 had to retire really early. Sorry, Kyle. Kyle Weatherman's out. Looks like everyone else is still in. Jimmy managed to catch up to the pacing line despite being in the pit box doing some repairs for a while. Obviously less than 5 minutes, so he's good on the crash clock. Although I guess he didn't crash, so that's not a thing, is it? Losing track of these rules, man. Anyways, lights on the pace car are out, which means we're going to go racing yet again. Hopefully they don't go 3 wide. So Kyle Busch leads now, and it's looking pretty healthy up front, considering the 78 and the 22 are both now at the back of the pack. Harvick, who started in 12th, is already up to 6th place. Thank you very much, Jacob, for following me on Twitch. I know that's you. Yeah, Nexus, it is the 97 you made. I think we're going to see it a lot today, because he tends to be really crashy. Where is he? There he is. I love that you put the 23 on top, too. It's hilarious. I still can't believe they actually drove it with the 23 on top, too. Anyways, come to 3 and 4 now. God, the one thing I hate most about this track. What is wrong with this picture? Monster Energy Cup Series. And then above it, the sprint chase for the... God damn. People are lazy. Track makers are lazy. Pace car pulls in, and we are getting ready to go racing yet again. Out of turn 4, Kyle Busch will lead the field to the green flag. Thank you, Forza Power, for following me on Twitch. Good timing. A good start for Kyle Busch, but Keselowski's still close behind him. This field goes single file through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, still single file. But Keselowski right on the bumper of Kyle Busch, looking to push hard in the early stages of this race. Who is my pick to win the race and the championship? It's going to be hard. Just because all 3 of them have had good 1.5 mile programs. The 18's been fast, the 78's been fast, but like when Harvick was fast, he was untouchable. And if he does that, like, the championship is his. But at the same time, like, I don't know. If Harvick's team doesn't screw up on pit road, then he's going to win. If Harvick's team does screw up on pit road, then it'll be a battle between Truex and Kyle Busch. Alright, let's go to the back. Logano's looking pretty slow. He's got a lot of damage. That could be Logano out of the hunt for the championship, honestly, on lap 1. He's going pretty slowly back there. Truex, meanwhile. Where's Kyle Busch? There he is. Thanks, James, for the little donation. Rip everyone. Rip Logano fans, I'll give you that. They just keep sleeping on Logano, because Logano's sleeping on everyone else. I mean, if he's good, I'd pick him for the championship, but, you know. Anyways, Kyle Busch leads. Kurt Busch has gotten past Keselowski for second, but Harvick all the way up into fourth already. We could see a Harvick-Kyle Busch battle at the front. But gotta keep an eye on 22 starting to work past some of these back markers. And Truex Jr. up into 29th now. Still has a long way to go if he wants to battle for the lead, though. Eric Jones, not scared to run right up by the wall. Pretty dangerous, but he actually has a run on Kevin Harvick now. Opinion on the championships. It's kind of sad that Bell didn't win. Or Hemrick. But, I mean, geez, that 9 was quick. As for trucks, Moffitt definitely deserved it. I mean, he's just been picking everyone's pockets this season, getting wins out of nowhere. Just someone give him a freaking contract. Another Reality just said it's easy to run high at Homestead. I'm sorry? Excuse you. Easy to run high at Homestead? Have you seen how many of these guys hit the wall? Kurt Busch looking on the bottom of his brother Kyle for the lead. That 41's quick today. Oh, I'm still pissed at what happened with Cody HK too. I wanted to get him in this stream, but apparently he's not available. I really want to do a stream sometime with Cody. And I think he's down for it, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. I'm trying to make that happen. So Kurt has been trying to look at the bottom of Kyle Busch. Hasn't made it happen. Harvick, meanwhile, is working the bottom on Keselowski and all the way into third place now. Abbott Lashbrook, Trouble Cyclone are now in the house. Squid with a good old frick you to the NFL. Look, man, anything that takes away Cody is bad. I'm surprised how fast Moffitt was, honestly. Because that was... It's almost unusual to see him running that far up front. Because most of the wins he's had, he's like picked off at the very end. But, you know, Moffitt's been clutch. And he certainly clutched this championship. So now Harvick trying to get past Kurt Busch. I wonder how hard these teammates are going to make it for their championship teammates to pass them. Obviously, Kurt didn't make it that difficult, but he's still alongside Harvick. Kevin Harvick into second place. And we know he's been faster than Kyle Busch, and he's already trying to make the move on the bottom. That 4 is quick. Trump last. Where's Jamie? I don't know, man. 23rd. Not great. Harvick to the bottom for the lead of the race. Well, he's not going to get the run out of turn 4. And actually, Kurt Busch is going to pull in behind Kyle. And he might go around Harvick for second place. The 4 and the 41 battling each other here. I mean, I don't think Harvick will take too kindly to that, but it is fair play. We're not that late in the race, and I think as long as the 4 stays near the front, it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, they're bringing back Hot Pass, but just for the championship 4, I think. Stenhouse is in the top 10, which surprises me. He's in 9th place right now. So we see Kyle Larson trying to pass Almirola on the inside. Yeah, don't worry about it, Tropical. Thanks for coming by. Lee Diffie's going to be on it? Ooh. I really, really like Lee Diffie. He's fantastic. Kurt Busch moves up, as does the 2 of Keselowski. Trying to find a little bit of speed right up beside the wall. Where's McDowell? Oh, geez. McDowell's in 20th. So actually not a bad performance by his standards so far, and we still have a lot of race to go. Where is he? There he is. He's running Speedco Rotella this weekend. God, that Hertz car looks so bad. One of the ugliest cars in the field this season. They had this great looking Hertz car for the All-Star Open race. And then when they put him on other races, it's just like, just make it yellow. Hamlin and Suarez battling each other. That's teammates there for 13th place. So he's back up to the front where Harvick is now right behind Kyle Busch. Problems for Jamie Mack. I'm sorry, Tropical. McMurray has trouble. I think he came to the pits at one point. So now Jamie McMurray is a lap down, about to go 2 laps down. Harvick to the bottom. Trying to work the inside of Kyle Busch. He's passed everyone else on the inside, but let's see if he can work it on the leader. Coming out of turn 2. Kyle Busch is going to have the advantage here. Harvick will have a look again here through 3 and 4, but as long as Kyle occupies that high side, I think he'll always have the exits out of the turn. Larson in the wall. Not much of a surprise there. Larson trying to run the high side, but gets into the wall through 3 and 4. Looks like that 42 is okay, but we'll watch and see if he has to come to the pits soon, if he's got a tire rub or something like that. Tanner Berryhill. Oh, jeez. Can we get a Tanner Berryhill update? He's in 37th. So, not last, only because Jamie McMurray pitted. So, let's see where the rest of our Championship 4 are. Logano's in 27th. You can see the left side of that car is wrecked, but he's making his way slowly but surely past some of these slower cars. Truex is in 23rd, but he's behind a pretty big group of cars here. I think through the pit cycle, we're going to see that 78 just creep up on the field and maybe have a chance to battle the 4 and the 18 at the front. Speaking of, despite Harvick being alongside Kyle Busch for a little bit, Kyle's now started to pull away. The gap now 3/10. But Harvick is right back on the bumper of the 18 car. I'm surprised how much he closed that gap in. That was 2 turns and he's right behind Kyle Busch. Again, trying to work that bottom. It might work out for him here. He's got a lot of speed mid-corner, but I think Kyle Busch is going to have that exit. They're going to cross the line. It's 0.05 of a second. Here comes Harvick to the bottom, and he'll clear Kyle Busch through 1 and 2. Although Kyle's still close behind. Let's see if he can have a run through 3 and 4. But Harvick to the lead of the race on lap 26. Started in 12th, slowly worked his way through the field. Spent a little bit of time battling with Kyle. And now that 4 car is in familiar territory at the front of the pack. Although Kyle Busch is still close behind him. He just hasn't been as fast. Next is asks, where is the 00? Where is the 00? He's in 34th. Not the greatest, not the worst. So Harvick leads from Kyle Busch, who is still close behind. Let's check in on the rest of our Championship 4. Logano, despite his damage, is in 26th right now. Battling with Jimmy Johnson. That car looks so good. Oh, Bubba's in the wall. The wall of Wallace. I'm sure we'll see a lot of that in the race today. The guy's just getting a little bit too high on the track and scraping it up. So that's going to move Truex into the top 20. If you guys just tuned in, you might have missed Truex and Logano and Hamlin got together very early on. Spun out at the start of lap 2. Logano and Truex both got the wall pretty good, but they've been working their way through some of the slower traffic. And as I said, Truex now just into the top 20. But Harvick leads. Kyle Busch stays close behind. And a bit of a grouping behind them. Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Jones, Elliott, and Larson all close together. We saw Larson was doing pretty well until he got in the wall. That put him behind these guys, but might be able to work his way back past this group. Oh, Tropical's back. Uh-oh. Should I tell him? Bad news, Trop. Jamie McMurray had a tire problem. He had to pit. Now he's a lap down. Sorry. At least he's got fresh tires, though. So he's going faster than the leaders right now, I think. 32.3. Austin Dillon's pitting. These guys did 32.3 as well. We're lap 30, so we're in the pit window. We're on 2 times pit stops. So we should see some guys starting to pit now. I'll be interested to see if the 78 or the 22 pit before everyone else around them, because that could give them the undercut advantage. See who's going to pit this time by. I think the 51s come in and just Austin Dillon. See if we have any takers at the front of the pack. Harvick and Busch both stay out. The rest of these guys in the front will stay out as well, but let's look for the 78 or the 22 to pit early. Nope. Nobody yet. So still pretty close together. We're on lap 32. The pit window's open. Who is going to come and get those fresh tires first? Nobody yet. Let's see if anyone else is coming in. Eric Jones is in the wall. That's not good. 51 has exited the pits. No one else is coming in. Oh, here comes Logano. I knew one of these guys would try and undercut the rest of the field. Joey Logano will come in to pit on lap 32. Well, the end of lap 32. Start of 33 for him. The double zero is coming in as well. Eric Jones, who we saw on the wall, is falling back a little bit now. So in a response to the 22 pitting, let's see what we got. No one from the front. I'm amazed these guys aren't pitting already. Hamlin's coming in. Looks like the 47 and the 31 also going to pit, as well as a whole line of cars. 24, 34, 37, 48. Ty Dillon's also going to come in. So if Logano gets a good pit stop and some good outlaps, might be able to pick up a handful of spots from all of those other cars he was racing against. Here come the leaders to pit road. Harvick, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott. The 2 will stay out. And let's see if where Truex is. Truex should be coming in. And yes, he will. So pit road's getting real busy right now. I think it'll be 4 tires for everyone. This might actually slow down Harvick and Busch a little bit, because you see they have to pit, but held up behind the 37, the 41, and the rest of these guys trying to come in. So it'll be 4 tires for all of them. As we cycle through these green flag pit stops, a reminder, lap 70, we're going to have our quick little stage break, and then they're going to race from there to the end. And the race out of the pits, it's going to be close. I'm impressed. Where are they? Let's find them. Kyle Busch managed to get ahead of Kevin Harvick. But let's see how quick Logano's going to be. Oh, it looks like they spend time repairing damage, so we might fall back through those through the pit cycle. So let's find Keselowski. The 2 should be pitting now. Yes, he is. As is the 12. And as the rest of these guys file out, it looks like the lead a little bit bigger now. Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick about 1.3 seconds apart after this whole pit cycle. Logano is now somewhere near the tail end of the lead lap because they went to fix more damage. J24 asks, any wrecks? Well, yes. Lap 2 was crazy. Hamlin, Logano, and Truex got together. So, I mean, huge championship implications. The 77 and the 22 had a whole bunch of damage. They've been slowly fixing those up and passing some guys, but 22 and the 78 will have to work hard if they want to fight for this championship. So far, it's been Kyle Busch leading for most of the race. Harvick's passed him, but then through the pits, the 18 just had a better pit stop, and Kyle Busch back out in the lead. Which means now, after the first round of green flag pit stops, I think they're going to do it again around lap 60, and then again, stage break, lap 70. Kyle Busch leads by 1 second over Kevin Harvick. 2 seconds back is Chase Elliott, who's, I think, doing the best he's done all day. Second behind him, the 41 of Kurt Busch with Denny Hamlin right on him. Kyle Larson, pretty close behind. Keselowski, by staying out, has fallen all the way down to 7th place. He's got a mirror full of the 14 car. That's Clint Bowyer behind him. Eric Jones is 9th. And then one of Jamie McMurray, who had to pit super early. Oh, contact him in the 17. Stenhouse runs into the back of the one car. McMurray is on older tires than everybody else because he had to pit super early. So he's currently in 13th, but he's just getting passed by absolutely everybody. Truex has made it into 19th place, showing that 78 still has some speed left in it, despite how hard he got that inside wall. Cody's here. Cody, you didn't check your Twitter messages or what? I don't think he did. Anyways, Truex, pretty far back, 19th place. And Logano, after repairing that damage on pit road, is now in 34th. But he's faster than a lot of these guys. And now that they fixed the damage, I think if we get another caution, which we will, on lap 70, stage break, he might be able to pull past a lot more cars. If he doesn't go a lap down from Kyle Busch, who just put Tanner Berryhill a lap down. So Kyle Busch pulling ahead a little bit. It's now 1.4 seconds between him and Harvick. And Chase Elliott pretty far behind. Banner Terry, hilarious. Cody, you're breaking my heart. I tried to slide into the DMs and it didn't work. So Harvick now working past Barry Tannerhill. I'm just gonna never say his name properly. Terry Bannerhill. Where's Jimmy? His car looks good. His race doesn't. Jimmy Johnson's currently in 21st. Let's find him just to get a look at that car. Oh, it looks so good. Look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. Except for the Snapchat logo. Right now, we're trying to work around the outside of Bubba Wallace. Don't know if that'll work. Let's get an update on Logano. Still battling Regan Smith back here for 34th. That's not a good sign for the 22 car. And there's just a few cars between him and race leader Kyle Busch. Kurt Busch and Denny Hamlin have caught the back of Chase Elliott. Nothing come of it just yet. They're still not really running right by the wall. Well, the 41's moving up a little bit on exit. Because, I mean, a lot of the guys that have tried to run up high have just been bitten by it. We've seen so many cars, including Kyle Larson, get into the wall. So it looks like not the very top, but still a really high groove for most of these guys. Kyle Busch now working his way past these lap cars. He's definitely faster than Joey Logano. And with not that long left, ooh, there could be a chance of Logano going a lap down, which in the 2003 rulebook is much worse. Although Kyle Busch being held up a little bit by Matt D in the 32. Oh, Cody, I got it. Tell you what, if you want a Sim Series race, let me know, because that would be fun. but I don't know how available you are on Tuesdays. Anyways, let's see. Truex is in 20th still. He's racing with these guys, but he's not really blowing past them like I would expect Truex to, so I think that damage is definitely holding him back a little bit. So we might just have a 2-horse race. Although Kyle Busch has pulled this lead out to 1.5 seconds. And this is with a car between them. So Kyle Busch still out front by a decent gap. These guys are both really pulling away from Chase Elliott. Elliott's looking a little bit slow as he's got a pack of cars behind him. I guess he had trouble getting around Benny Terry Hill in the 97. And these guys are all lined up. So a lot of pressure being put on Clint Boyer. Or put on by Clint Boyer. Because he's right behind the 9. But looking kind of hard to pass here at Homestead. We're seeing a lot of this like single file racing. Or they get stuck in these little groups. But it looks like they're doing better now. Oh, Kurt Busch is coming into the pits. Problems for the 41 car. That's a sad sight. Because, I mean, it might be his last race in this car. We're still not even sure what the deal is with Kurt. But the 41's going to pull into the pits here at lap 50. I don't think he's trying to undercut everybody. Maybe. I mean, it might work given the stage break that the AI doesn't know about, but let's see what the call will be for the 41 car. Cody, I'm interested. A YouTube online series. Short tracks. Oh, short tracks are hard. I'm working on my short track skill, though. This game is so hard to do well in. 4 tires for the 41 car, so whether they had a vibration or a slow leak or something, I don't know. Or if, I mean, it could be strategy, because he's going to run quick laps here. We know he's going to make it to the stage break. So let's see what happens. A short track mod, like late models. Short tracks could be crazy, because you got the short track tempers, and like, we could have YouTuber feuds. Truex up to 14th now. He's made a few passes. The 14's in the pits. So it looks like it is strategy. For the 41, the 14, these Stuart Haas guys trying to pit early and undercut everybody. But yes, Cody, now that I've delved a little bit into online NR2003 races, I might do a stream later today of this online league that I've been running. No, but I shouldn't, because it's during the time of the race and no one's going to watch it. We'll see. Anyways, we're digressing here. Where's Kyle Busch? Kyle Busch now less than a second up the road from the 4 car. And catching up to a pretty big group of lap traffic, although that does include the 22 car of Joey Logano. Okay. Oh, Cody, yeah, don't worry. I know a guy. I know a whole bunch of guys. Will be fantastic at setting up servers. Yeah, Hamachi's messy though. Don't use Hamachi. We can get some boys to port forward. I could do it myself if you want. So let's see what the gap is as they come to the line. Now that there's no lap cars between them, we'll get a clean look at. Now it's 1 second. 1 second separates the 18 from the 4 car, and I think we're about 6 or 7 laps from seeing more pit stops. Logano's still trying to work past some of these guys, but with the damage he's got, he's not fast. Kyle Busch is catching up. If Busch can get past Logano, stick him a lap down, that could be pretty much the end of the 22's championship hopes. What do you mean if outside 35 drivers are still driving? This isn't the Sim Series. Kyle Busch getting past Regan Smith here, but held up a little bit by the 3 car. 18's going to have to go way down to the bottom to get past Austin Dillon, who's slowing down now. 95's past him as well. So let's see how easy of a time Harvick has getting past these lapped cars compared to the way Kyle Busch has been slicing and dicing through this traffic. Did Truex or Almirola take Logano out? I mean, Logano kind of took himself out, really, and ended up screwing Truex in the process. But yeah, the 78 and the 22 got together early on. Earlier than you would expect, too. Harvick's going to make it 3 wide, trying to get past the 95 and the 72. It's going to be hard to find some grip on the bottom, but that 4 car is able to do it. And he has closed that gap down to Kyle Busch. And as we're approaching this pit window, it'll certainly be interesting to see who's going to pit first. Kyle Busch goes way up top. He got the wall a little bit. A little bit of scrapage for the 18 car, but no harm done. DriveThrough's driver says I'm ignoring him. Look, man. This is a prediction simulation stream. It's a different situation. Anyways, Kyle Busch is now right behind Joey Logano, and if Logano wants his championship hopes to stay alive, he's got to stay in front of the 18 car. Logano almost a lap down at this point. This could spell the end of the season for the 22 team. Damage early on from a wreck, of course, with Martin Truex Jr. Kyle Busch is going to move to the outside, trying to get past the 22. Although Logano is certainly blocking the best he can. He's got to stay on the lead lap. Kyle Busch to the inside now. I just don't think he has the speed to do it. See if he can hold it on the high side. He just has to stay ahead through the pit cycle to lap 70 when we call the stage break. Unless, of course, they're halfway through the pit cycle, and then I'm not going to call the stage break because that would be silly. Kyle Busch to the bottom now. And someone's in the wall. It's the 23 car, JJ Yeley. Logano's still working that outside. Oh, they're both fast, but now Joey Logano is a lap down. And unless he can fight back on Kyle Busch, which I don't think he has the speed to do, he's going to have to work hard to get back on the lead lap, if he even does. Now Harvick is going to try and get around the outside of the 22 as well. Having a little bit of an easier time than Kyle Busch did, that's for sure. Thanks, Coleman2012, for following me on Twitch. Who is the 3's pits? So Austin Dillon comes in. The 2 and the 9 battling for 3rd place here, side by side, both behind Matt DiBenedetto, the lapped car. So Chase Elliott working the inside of Brad Keselowski. Let's get a check-in on our championship 4. Truex is now in 14th, so about the same place he was before. And of course we know the 22 is a lap down. Problems for Clint Boyer. Big problems for the 14 team. He's now 13 laps down. They're behind the wall in that car as Logano pits. Logano pits. He's going to try and undercut the leaders, and he might be able to get himself back on the lead lap. If Kyle Busch stays out for much longer, well, we'll see. He's got Kevin Harvick right behind him. Is the 18 going to pit? Yes, he will. So Kyle Busch will pit. That's going to give Harvick the lead. He's staying out. Kevin Harvick likes these tires. He wants to do a few more laps here, but I think Kyle Busch might get an advantage by pitting a little bit earlier. So Logano's got fresh tires on, and if he can get a good outlap, he'll be back on the lead lap. And oh boy, if he stays ahead by the time we get to the stage break, Logano has a chance. He absolutely does. Harvick pits now from the lead of the race. And I think everybody else will... No, the 2 stays out. The 2 stays out, as does the 41 and the 12. You can see the cars that have been in the wall. The 24 has got quite a bit of scrapage on the side there. So Kyle comes out of the pits, along with some of these lapped cars. So let's try and find Logano versus Kyle Busch on track. Obviously I know Logano is a lap down, but if he can get out ahead of Kyle Busch, it'll be a huge advantage. Or not a huge advantage, but it'll be... it won't be the end of the day for the 22 car. So let's see if Logano can get past Kyle Busch here. I don't know. Where is Kyle? Where is Kyle? Oh, Kyle Busch, where art thou? There he is. So Kyle Busch coming out of 2 right now, which means Joey Logano is back on the lead lap. So there's a chance yet for this 22 car as we're approaching the end of the stage. Lap 70, we're going to throw the caution flag. So Logano's with the tail end lead lap. I think Keselowski is pitted now. Yes, he has. So just as these guys are finishing their pit cycle, we'll call the caution. And I think they're going to all pit again anyways. But we'll see. Maybe there'll be some strategy involved. Harvick is ahead of Kyle Busch. So staying out that extra lap did work out for Kevin Harvick, but Kyle Busch now coming to the inside. And a big move by the 18 car. He's going to clear Harvick. I would not expect something like that. Not just Harvick being in front, but the move that Kyle Busch made through 3 and 4. So much faster on the inside. I guess those fresh tires are working the middle line really well. So that'll move Kyle Busch up. But let's find... Is Kurt pitted? Oh, right. Kurt pitted super early. Kurt Busch is in the lead of this race. Because he pitted so many laps earlier, although... And the 24 is in the wall again. Although his tires are now much more worn. By having a lot more laps on this fresh set, Kurt Busch will be way out in front. Oh, I think he will have to pit in the next caution. And I might let some of these guys by. I agree, Brennan Poole should have won. So Kurt Busch leads. He's got about 3 seconds on Kyle Busch, who's catching him really quickly. And as they start lap 70, I'm going to get ready to throw the caution here and end the stage. These guys will get some fresh tires, line up, and it'll be a bit less than 50 laps. And just a pure race to the end. So how do you throw a caution, you might ask? This is how.
It'll be 1 to go this time, bud. Caution's out, caution's out.
That's how.
Caution's out. Keep the pace cars in turn.
So can Kyle Busch pass Kurt before they get to the line here? The 41's so slow on these worn tires. No, Kurt Busch is going to win the stage. Just barely ahead of his brother Kyle. So Kurt Busch leads ahead of Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. Obviously you see Kyle's past him now, but he's going to have to give him that spot back. Chase Elliott is 4th, and then it's Denny Hamlin. Let me find these guys. Just ahead of Eric Jones, Kyle Larson, and Brad Keselowski. Ryan Blaney 9th, and Ryan Newman gets the last of those stage points, as these guys don't run into each other, please. They ran into each other. They'll be alright. Looks like no real damage done. So, can you let Kurt by, please, Kyle? Can you figure out what you want to do, guys? Well, 41's going to pit anyways, so it doesn't matter. 41 comes in. Chase Elliott has damage from the stupid AI pace line pileup. Because this game's dumb. Which sucks, because Chase was in 4th. Now he's got a crinkled up hood. Looks like everyone else is going to stay out. So, the 14's been behind the wall for quite a while, but they haven't actually retired from the race yet. Which, given the whole crash clock thing, doesn't make sense, but whatever. So fresh tires for the 41. It looks like right sides for the 9 and a little bit of damage repair. Joey Logano stays on the lead lap. He's in 20th. Truex is in 13th. And if he can get a good restart, he might be able to pass some of these guys, and he could have a chance at the end. But there's a lot of cars that separate him from the leaders right now. And these guys are going to go double file with all the lap cars in the bottom. And there are a lot of lap cars right now. Nope, what's your question? Just ask the question. Don't send a message saying you have a question. What do you want? So I think we're going to get another lap of caution here. We'll see. Dude, I had a phantom caution in the Sim series this week. I've never seen anything like that. In NR2003, there was just a caution for no reason. Nitro asks, how many cars are still running? That's a good question. I think the only cars that are out. Alex Bowman has had a whole bunch of problems. He's 5 laps down. And let's find him. I don't know if he's on track still. Yeah, he is. Okay, so Bowman's been behind the wall. Issues for the 88 team. Big problems for the 14. Clint Boyer is pretty much out of this race. He might come back out on track, but 22 laps down and counting. Obviously, we have a handful of cars a lap down. So 24 on the lead lap. Jamie McMurray back on the lead lap, despite his issues early on. So one car's doing pretty well. He just got some fresh tires on. So did Kurt Busch. So look for the 41 and the 1 cars to maybe have a little bit more speed than the people around them on this restart. So that inherits Kyle Busch with the lead. Harvick in second. Hamlin, Jones, Larson, Keselowski, Blaney, Newman, Suarez, Almirola after the pit stops, and Truex moves up to 11th. So Logano in 18th. Very lucky to be on the lead lap. Played a little bit of strategy at the end of that stage there. So it's looking pretty good so far for Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. These guys have been battling each other all day. Kyle Busch has led a lot of laps. Harvick has passed him on a couple occasions, but Kyle has always been able to get back out in front. So the lights are out in the pace car. We're going to go green here on lap 75 of 121. So just a handful of laps remaining, and I think we're going to see a good battle between the 18 and the 4 car for the Monster Energy Cup. Is that what they call it? Or is it the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup? The Cup, the championship. The thing that these guys have been racing the entire year for is coming down to a little shootout between the 18 and the 4 cars. And maybe if that 78 can work through the pack, he's got a chance. And a long shot, but the 22, if he has speed here, might be able to catch up and make that move work. Oh, he's got a lot of cars to pass, though. And with all these lap cars on the inside the line, it'll make it even harder for both Truex and Logano to get this championship win. Nitro Gaming says, if I become a member, can I co-commentate Sim Series races? Ooh. Yeah, if you do, send me a reel of, like, you commentating. I don't know, record yourself commentating like a Sim Series race, and then I'll let you know. Pace car pulls in, and to start lap 75 of 121, Kyle Busch will lead the field to the green flag once again. This championship is waiting to be decided. Kyle Busch gets a great start on that top side. Got lapped cars in the bottom. This pack is closed in once again. Harvick now making his way around the outside of Ty Dillon and the rest of these boys. Let's hope we can stay green here. We might see some craziness back in the pack. Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick both clear of the pack now, as Hamlin and Jones and the rest of these guys are struggling to get through here. Coming out turn 4, looks all clean. Quarter of a second separates the two leaders, and we'll see how fast these guys are. Caution's out. Caution's out. Oh, big crash. 10's involved. The 51, the 19. Chris Buescher destroyed. Paul Menard wrecked. And Martin Truex Jr. with a whole bunch of damage. And he's out. He's out of the race. He just drove in the back of the 43 car. I got nothing. And now he's going to get run into. This is just chaos. Logano's involved too. Logano's out. Truex is out. Craziness. Lap 76 of 121. A huge wreck. Takes out 2 of our championship drivers. Let's see exactly what happened. These guys are going 3 wide out of 4 again. And it's the 10 and the 19 that get together. Suarez and Almirola. And there's nothing Truex can do. He's right in it. Logano misses the original wreck, but then just arcas into everybody else. Because NR2003. So he's out. The rest of these guys are out. So Truex and Logano are out of the race. Oh no, don't do this. Please stop. Please stop. Stop, 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 stop. Don't touch the 18 or the 4. Don't do it. You're not allowed. What is the game doing? Chaos. Chaos. Logano and Truex are both out. We've got guys flying past the field. Top and bottom. Chase, don't try to... What does it take? What does it take, game, to get a friggin' stream through? What the hell? What is this? Chase Elliott, why? Why does this happen to me? Alright, that's it. Kyle Busch is the champion. What the hell? I just want a good finish, man. Why? Why do you do this to me? NR2003 is breaking my heart. Absolutely shattering it. Okay, well, we deserve a proper prediction. Screw this. Let's do like a 50 lap race or something. Because apparently NR2003 can't handle a serious run. Because that's just... I mean, 3 stupid incidents in a row. I can't believe it. How does this happen? That's not even a panic decel thing. That's just... What are you doing? Why? Why? All right, screw it. We're doing this the real way. A late race restart. 14 laps to the finish. All right. Delete the friggin' save race because that's useless. We're gonna have a 14 lap run to the end. Actually, I'm gonna turn the AI down so they don't wreck. Come on, NR2003, wake up. Come on. $14 laps, right? We're going to turn them down to 105 so they don't wreck each other. I'm going to mix up the grid a little bit. I would leave the order to that, but like, I kind of want Truex and Logano to have a chance. Okay. Okay, so let's see if this is a decent order. Harvick, Truex, okay, Kurt Busch, Logano, Kyle Busch. Kyle should be higher. Hold on, give me a second. I want to do this properly. Kyle Busch is in the lead. We know that, right? Save game editor. So Kyle Busch is in the lead, right? We've got 14 laps to go. Homestead. Oh, the game is mad at me. What do you want from me? It's making audience noises, but it's not doing it. There we go.
Fired up here. Remember, one switch at a time, turning your stuff on.
I did run qualifying. What do you mean? Alright, never mind. Apparently we have to accelerate through it because
Okay, buddy.
The game is
Fired up here.
confused.
Remember, one switch.
There we go. So, save this, right? Pop open our save game editor. We got to put Kyle Busch in the lead. Kyle Busch is in first. Harvick is in second. Let's move Logano up a bit. There we go. All right, this is our order. And Chase Elliott was doing well. Save. 14 lap. Run to the finish. Championship comes down to this. Let's go. And at least we have like a double file restart. So yeah, that's how this is going to work. Okay. All right. So a 14 lap shootout to the end because of a late race caution. Here is your order at the front. Kyle Busch leads from Kevin Harvick. Kyle Busch has been at the front all day. Truex is third. Then it's Eric Jones, Chase Elliott, and Logano a little bit further behind. He's still got a shot at this. Then it's the 42, the 10, the 88, the 14, and everybody else behind them. But the only thing that matters is the championship 4. Kyle Busch has led most of this race. Harvick has made some passes for the lead, but hasn't quite been on par with the speed of the 18 car. 14 laps to go. And the championship deciding race. Green flag is out. We're racing here at Homestead. 14 to go, and Harvick doesn't have a very good start at all. And that's going to move Truex in a second. Logano working on the high side. Truex all over the back of Kyle Busch. Hasn't been a factor for most of the day, but he is eating up the rear bumper of Kyle Busch. Harvick behind them. Logano's still stuck behind Eric Jones, though. Although Jones goes way up top. Chase Elliott loses some speed in the middle. And now the championship 4 are all within the top 5. Don't wreck, guys. I saw these guys coming close together. I think they're all right. Kyle Busch still leads. 13 to go. Busch, Truex, Harvick, and now here comes Logano around Eric Jones. It's going to be championship 4 all at the front. It will be. Logano runs way up by the wall. Here comes Truex to the bottom for the lead of the race. And Harvick and Logano are side by side for third. The 22 coming around the outside of Harvick. Truex trying to work the bottom on the 18. Truex passes Kyle Busch on the bottom. Logano passes Harvick on the outside. And with the rest of the pack behind them, the championship 4 with the title on the line. There's a bold prediction. Championship 4, first through 4th place. And we've got some slow cars. Is that a caution? Don't tell me. It's a caution. We got a caution. That the championship 4, first through 4th, as long as there's no stupidity under caution, we're going to keep this race running. So please don't run into each other or do any stupid whatever the hell happened last time. Caution, caution, caution. And we're going to get a restart with less than 10 to go. Let's see what happened. This was pretty deep in the field. Paul Menard. Oh no, it's Buescher, Menard, and Byron. The 24 just gets squeezed by Buescher in the wall, and that just taps the back of Paul Menard. So unfortunate for him. I mean, he gets hit by Matt Kenseth. Kenseth in what could be his last race in the Cup Series, or in NASCAR, period. He's very unlucky, just nowhere to go. Keselowski with a little bit of damage. Bubba Wallace does a great job of avoiding that. I think everybody else gets through there okay. Although some of these guys held up a little bit. And with that caution... Oh, Kurt Busch is in the wall as well. So, Truex leads from Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Kevin Harvick. Championship 4 all at the front. And Kenseth is destroyed. Everybody else seems to be okay. Well, Menard's wrecked, but for some reason doesn't want to pit. Hopefully, he doesn't get in the way of the leaders at the end here. So, I guess we have a bit of a championship race here still. Truex managed to make his way to the lead on the bottom. Logano managed to make his way to third on the top. And that 22, with 14 to go, where was he? Like 5th or 6th? Like, damn, that 22 is quick. I mean, this could be a chance here. Despite what you might have originally think in that weird parallel universe start that we had. When the 70 and the 22 ran into each other. This is not over yet. Sim Racing System just followed me on Twitter. That's kind of cool. I like those guys. They're not following that many people. I don't even make Assetto Corsa videos. How do they know I use Sim Racing System? Yeah, interesting. Well, if you do race Assetto Corsa, and you do want to, like, you want serious respect, and the Sim Racing System is fantastic. They have basically an iRacing for Assetto, where they track incident points, they track, like, an iRating type thing. I guess they sponsored this by following me on Twitter. Sure, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. If any of y'all are in the chat for some reason, good on you. I like you guys. Okay. So, let's skip it. I'm getting bored here. I'm all giddy because I want this race to end well. Alright, so we're going to pace half a lap here, and then we'll get racing yet again. So, Truex, Busch, Logano, Harvick, and everybody else. Howard says, I don't know who's going to win. Hey, me neither, because it hasn't happened yet. None of us know who's going to win. We're all in the same boat here. Wow. Incarnation is streaming now, I think. Whatever, he's the one missing out. So, lights are out in the pace car. Let's give her a go again. See if we can run green to the end. We're going to have... What are we going to have? 7 laps to go. If I can math correctly. Yeah, 7 to go at the line. Truex leads the field. Green flag is out. 7 laps left in the 2018 Cup Series Championship. And a great start from Truex. He's driving away. Look at the 78 go. Now that I didn't expect. And Harvick to be in 4th? I think there's still more to be seen from this championship. Kyle Busch moves up the track, trying to find some speed up high. Eric Jones is trying to have a run in the 4 car. Jones having a peek to the bottom. Looking to spoil Harvick's day. And if he gets past, it will spoil Harvick's day. So the 4's got to work hard here to stay in contention for this championship. Somebody ban Howard for saying Bowman might be the championship. Might be the champion. Truex driving away. Looks like Harvick did stay clear of that charge from Eric Jones. Jones now under attack from the 9 car. 5 to go. 5 laps left in the championship, and Truex untouchable. Although Kyle has a good run through 1 and 2 here. 18 might have a chance. Let's see what Kyle Busch does. Joey Logano's still right behind him. Harvick a little further back. Logano's going to move to the high side. He's got speed up there, but nowhere to go. Now he's going to look to the bottom through 1 and 2. 3 to go at the line. This is the excitement we came and stayed for. Logano working the bottom of Kyle Busch. Harvick's going to take advantage and try to get around Logano. 4 cars found a whole bunch of speed. But Truex is now 1/4 of a second up the road. Look at all the car lengths between him and the 18. Kyle Busch moves high to try and find a little bit more speed. 3 to go at the line. Harvick all over the back of Kyle Busch. Logano falling backwards into the clutches of the 9 and the 20. Kyle Busch catching up to Truex. See if we can get an exciting finish here. Just a car length separates the 18 and the 4. Maybe 2 car lengths between the 78 and the 18. They're going to cross the line here. 2 laps to go. Can anyone bring the fight to Martin Truex Jr.? We're going to see the 78 champion? I mean, he is the defending champion. Can the 78 go 2 years in a row? Kyle Busch isn't close enough. 18's got to get a move on here. This is just like last year. I mean, just a surprisingly fast car at the end, Truex. I'm amazed he's just driving away from these guys. And the white flag, 1 lap to go. The last lap of the 2018 season to be led by Truex. I mean, he's got now 3 car lengths over the 18 car. It's almost 4/10 of a second. And Truex, who made the pass before the final caution, will stay out front. Martin Truex Jr. in the last race for Furniture Row Racing. The small team, the little team that could, to win 2 championships in a row. Martin Truex Jr. is your 2018 champion. And everybody else is so close, yet so far. Kyle Busch will finish second. Harvick ends up only 3rd. Logano, who looked so strong after the last restart, falls back to 4th for the 2nd straight season. It is Cup Series champion, MTJ. Can I get an MTJ in chat? I already did. Bonzi's MTJ. In a pretty cool throwback. It's not perfect, but given their time frame, I appreciate bringing back the matte car. So MTJ gets the championship in a thriller of a finish, despite some weird kind of like split timeline caution chaos, and NR2003 disappointing us, as it surprisingly often does. It's a gem of a game, but it's such a turd sometimes. So I think the final gap was just 1/4 of a second. The championship 4 all finished within a second of each other, which I guess that's exciting, even though we didn't have any side-by-side battles for the end. Everybody finished because, yes. Who is the MTJ of the Sim series? I would say whoever won last year, but that wasn't a thing. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Despite how much of a just weird thing when it happened, I don't want to talk about it. Thanks for watching. If you do enjoy my content, I do more stuff like this. It's not usually this janky. Those who watch me won't believe me, but those who don't watch me, you should believe me. It's not usually this bad. It really isn't. But for more NR2003 simming, maybe online racing, maybe iRacing. I do iRacing streams sometimes. I'm doing a lot of NASCAR 08 recently. That's fun. Why is Kenseth's car broken? What? How did that happen? Okay, I've lost track. If you like the stream, dude, if everyone likes this stream, everyone who's watching, I think this will absolutely be a new record for likes on any stream that I've done. But if you didn't like the stream because of the stupidity, oh no, but don't dislike the stream because you don't want Truex to win. That just makes me sad, and then I won't do any more of these, and then you guys won't get to watch it, and then we fall down this little hole of sadness, so don't do that. But if you do want more of this, do subscribe, and do follow me on Twitter. As Sim Racing System follows me on Twitter, so that's cool. Thanks, guys. Let's go to a little bit of championship burnout action. How about that? We're going to stick Truex on our race-winning car, wherever it is. Oh, I gotta export that. What is this? Truex, or just MTJ wins champ. And there you go. So let me find my MTJ wins champ. Oh geez, I got a lot of things in here. There he is. And a little bit of burnouts from your champion, Martin Truex Jr. Again, thanks for watching. Like the stream, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we're going to play it out with some championship level burnouts provided by Adrian. Oh, hold on. Too early there, buddy. Alright. Thanks for watching. See y'all around.